fragrance by Roja Dove, and that was actually a PR sample that was sent to me by a huge fragrance store at some point. This is Roja Parfums Lily Eau de Parfum. I tried it, I think it was maybe Dublin, in some of the like fragrance boutiques, and I thought, oh, this is the Lily. It's so flamboyant, sweet, and luscious. But once I got the Eau de Parfum, either extract is different from the Eau de Parfum. Let me make a little swab. Either Eau de Parfum is different from the extract, but this to me is more frangipani with tuberose rather than anything to do with Lily. So this is a very expensive perfume, so I'm not running head over my heels to get rid of it. But again, if the right swap opportunity is out there and somebody really wants this one, I could part with that one. It's because tuberose and frangipani are not really my cup of tea, to be completely honest. Okay, now let's talk about my Chopards. I have 3 here. Let me find all 3. Here we go. Malaki line. This is like the line that I want almost everything from, despite loathing the packaging. Not a big fan of these kind of old school power watch packaging style, but it is what it is. So my introduction to the Malaki line started with Musk, which to me is one of the most elegant, thin leather fragrances. Like, at least I perceive this musk as kind of like thin, very soft leather. It's so elegant. I already wore that much. All of this is just me wearing the fragrance, and it's absolutely unisex by like most of Chopard's exclusive lines are unisex, especially the Malaki. The next 2 that I bought fairly recently is Rose Malaki, that I can see myself wearing. This is interesting, and Amber Malaki, that to me is very much kind of like this sweet rose oud kind of situation. And for me, again, I find myself in awe that I say that about Chopard. This is a bit too heavy. Usually their fragrances are so refined and so thinly crafted that they are just, I cannot imagine anybody not liking them. But Amber Malaki really crosses the boundary toward very Arabic style of blending, albeit very polished nevertheless. But this is out there for me. This is giving me this kind of like dense honey, cognac, spices, like all of these kind of like, you know, 1001 Arabian Nights kind of situation. And I do have a few options of this caliber, and I really don't wear them already, so I don't really need this one. So even though this is new in my collection, I think I could swap that for something a little bit more wearable to my personal liking, even though I do find that all of the Malaki fragrances are just compliments to the chef, exceptionally good, well crafted. The only Juliet Has fragrance that I have right now, no, I'm actually lying. It's not the only one, but from their main line is Madame. Still enjoying it. This is like kind of raspberry patchouli to me. It's also a little bit, it's flamboyant in a somewhat kooky kind of cat lady type of way. I can't quite describe why. Maybe I'm affected by the name of the fragrance, very much likely so. But I love it. I really enjoy it. It's fun fragrance to wear, so I'll continue to wear it. And the ones that I am getting rid of, I think I mentioned them before, but I think it's worth mentioning now. This is like also like a very expensive, not so hard to find these days. It used to be hard to find before. They are boutique line. I have Moon Dance and I have Liquid Illusion. I love Liquid Illusion. Generally, the packaging of this line I absolutely love, but I'm done trying to make them work, to be honest. They have the signature Juliet Has a gun kind of DNA in components and bases that tend to be kind of grabby, bright, and musky. And this is not my kind of musk, unfortunately. I can't stomach it. Moondance also has very cold, kind of serene tuberose in a sense. It's very unusual in the way that it's done, but tuberose gives me the most horrible headaches, so this is definitely not my cup of tea, even though, again, the packaging to me is mesmerizing. And Liquid Illusion, I fooled myself thinking that I would make it work, but just not. The base is not for me. The musky bases, but Juliet Has a gun. Very rarely I can make them work for my nose. Okay, I think I'm making enough progress, don't you think so? I think so. Now for Lalique. I think I grabbed all of it, but it's sometimes easy to miss a bottle or two. Anyway, here I have 5 that I don't think I showed you before. This is Pearls de Lalique. To me, beautiful scent. Actually opens up very differently during winter, cold weather versus hot weather. It almost has like 2 different profiles depending on the temperature. Love it. Lalique by Lalique Eau de Parfum. Every time I wear it, I get compliments. It's kind of sweet, flamboyant, very friendly type of pear smell. Beautiful vanilla with bay leaf is Lalique Le Parfum, also a compliment getter. And the swap that I got, Nilang by Lalique, a very sweet white floral. I don't know if it has tuberose or not, but I do get a bit of a headache from it. For me, it's almost too much. And in a way, it is in the same realm with various Elisa perfumes. Like if you like the Elisa, what is it, Royal, or like they're like various forms that they have of the different sweetness in their main line. The Nilang by Lalique is kind of part of the similar olfactory story, but for me it's a bit too much, so I couldn't really make it work for myself, so this is a swap candidate. And this is something that I don't wear nearly as much as I thought I would, but I also would not be upset if nobody wanted it and if I had to keep it, therefore. So this is Hommage à l'Homme. This is a perfume that's marketed toward men, but it's a very beautifully crafted and very well balanced semi-sweet fragrance that has a lot of, to me, Hommage à l'Homme by Lalique has a lot of pedigree. It has a lot of kind of softly weaved confidence that kind of gives you every time you wear it. However, I do have other perfumes that I would prefer to this one, so I would be more than willing to swap it for something else or sell it if anybody wants that one. Okay, Ted Lapidus. It turns out I do prefer their fragrances in form of bath products, especially shower gels, and I do like them in person as actually personal fragrances. So I think I showed you Roomba. Couldn't make that peachy shipper work for me at all. I do prefer Knowing by Estee Lauder to that. And the same story, after much consideration, I decided to let go of Creation, which is a green, very green, bright, non-sweet type of shipper. I love it in the shower. I have, I think, 2 backups of Creation by Ted Lapidus as a shower gel, but tuberose here again, even though I don't even notice it when I use it in the shower, but I can't wear it on myself as a perfume, so this I need to find a second home for. And the other perfume, which is WhiteSoul, also love it in the bath shower gel type of product. But when it comes to the perfume, this is kind of like Donna Karan Cashmere type of scent. This is a very, it's kind of soft, but it's not sweet. It's not too fluffy. This is kind of like a quiet, focused amber that is not too sweet and not too gourmand. Again, like I would think of Donna Karan cashmere type of scent, and this is very affordable. I am willing to swap it, more than willing to, because I think I used about like maybe 7 ml of it already. I really enjoyed it. It was great, but I'm kind of like, I'm ready for something new. It's not really a must-have in my collection, so if anybody wants to give it a try, let me know. But again, if I get stuck with it and nobody wants it, I'm not upset. I'm not upset at all because it's a good one. Oscar de la Renta, the Spirit d'Oscar. Unfortunately, even though I fell in love with this hyacinth, and it's kind of like, for me, it's like aldehydes without the aldehydes. If you can't really wear old school aldehydes, but you're looking for something with that similar vibe, I would say Spirit d'Oscar it's truly a remarkable perfume for a very affordable price. But I wore it for a couple of days when I was really, really sick. And ever since then, I can't shake that association off. I just can't. It just stuck with me. And I went from love, love, love to can't wear it. Just can't stand it. So I gave it quite some time to cool off. You see how much I wore it already. But it's just not, the association, the negative connotation just not loosening its grip on my memory. So Spirit d'Oscar is another candidate for a swap. A very affordable, kind of like affordable classic Ciara, which I got in 100 strength concentrated cologne spray. I'm still gonna give it a go. I'm not giving up on it yet. Every once in a while it smells very interesting to me, but more often than not it smells kind of cheap and flat and kind of synthetic. So I'm not sure, but I'm gonna keep it for now. What else do we have here? I only have one Clinique fragrance at this point. This is Aromatics in White. I'm gonna keep that. It's a very easy to wear, beautiful, kind of soft, semi-spicy floral. Now, my Nirvana fragrances. I don't have it here, but Nirvana Bourbon, love, 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 have a backup of it. And this is relatively new. This is Elizabeth and James Nirvana Amethyst, which I'm buying for the second time. I bought it once, smelled like wet cigarette butts to me then, got rid of it. And I bought it again, and this time I did get honeysuckle and tobacco. And I'm very happy that now either my perception has changed, I don't think the receptors in my nose have changed, but the way that it lands in my brain is very different. So I'm enjoying this one. So nothing, I'm decluttering nothing from Elizabeth and James. Absolutely love all that line. Well, I guess with the exception of Rose, but that I showed in the Florals declutter. I think it's also still available. Okay, Comptoir South Pacific. I'm keeping everything, I think. Ramen Tabak. I'm keeping Eau de Lagons, which is, this is like a vanilla cake being buried alive in a swamp. It's both oceanic with a bit of this kind of salty water and almost a bit of algae, but it also has this amazing edible vanilla in the heart of it. It's kind of really fun and odd fragrance. I love it. Okay. What else do I have here? Rouge Bunny Rouge with regret. I have to say that this niche house, I absolutely love their black line, but the white line just doesn't agree with me somehow. It's very hard to find. It's rather expensive in the States compared to Europe, but there's no point of me keeping trying. So Muse, it's kind of interesting, and I'm struggling to describe it. It's both gourmand, but it's not quite. It has a lot of facets to it. At the same time, it's very smooth, but it's so bright and kind of out there. That quality alone kind of puts it at odds with my taste. I do prefer more skin-like and watercolory scents in general. And this is just the kind of brightness of and the silage here that is very much stating its presence from the get-go. It's not quite my cup of tea. So yeah, pretty rare to find in the United States. So if you're curious to try any of Rouge Bunny Rouge, if you look at the Pyramid of Muse and you're still curious, please let me know, because this is a hidden gem in my collection. I think it's just not for me. I might be wrong, but I think this is all by Jil Sander. I have Jil Sander number 4 in a decant. Like it, will continue to wear it. Not sure about the full-size bottle yet. I have a limited edition Simply Touch of Mandarin, and Touch of Leather has already departed as a gift to a friend of mine who absolutely loved it. I do enjoy the flankers of Simply line more than the original, actually. This one I absolutely adore. I love the Mandarin, and to me actually the touch of Mandarin is quite leathery by itself. The Sun line is the first line by Jil Sander that I can't stand. I just can't, I don't know why. Everything started rather in the positive note, but I eventually started using This is Sun Delight as just a room refreshener, and still it's so musky, and it's both quiet, lotiony like and coconutty, but at the same time, to me, it's smothering. I can't explain why such a quiet nude fragrance can be smothering and be kind of like hard to wear, but the same goes with the original Sun that I have in the shower gel. I also had the blue bottle, which is Sun Bath, if I'm not mistaken. That was a little bit better. Still not happy with it. I just used it up as basically like cleaning surfaces with it. Just give it, the room some kind of perfumey smell every once in a while, and kill the microbes, because this is mostly alcohol. But this is a waste of a perfume. So if anybody wants Delight, Jil Sander Sun Delight, this might be something for you. This is pretty much coconutty skin musk. Simply Jil Sander, another flanker, which is called Poudre. Delightful rice powder. It's easy to wear, charming. It's everything is beautiful about it. I think I'll hold on to it. I kind of do enjoy it. And Jil Sander style. To me, this is for some reason a lilac-y type of kind of abstract floral. Easy to wear, creamy, super nude. I mean, I do have a soft spot for Jil Sander fragrances, because they kind of hit all the checkpoints for me when it comes to everyday yet elegant fragrance. Okay, so done with Jil Sander. Let's stop here for now. I think I'm getting a little bit crabby. I'm getting a little bit defensive. It's harder and harder for me to part with every new bottle. So I think this is the time when I need to stop and kind of take a little bit of a break. Where we are. Basically, I've got a lot of really cool niche and like yummy type of fragrances. So judge for yourself. If you want to like shoot me an email like on like Instagram at miliora.maria or miliora.maria@gmail.com. I also will try to be studious this time and leave a full list below of everything that's available for swap from this video and from previous videos as well. But I think one of the most notable things here, the rare gems, is Rouge Bunny Rouge Muse. Obviously, the boutique line, the Moon Dance, and the Liquid Illusion by Juliet Has a gun. There are two L'Artisan Parfumeurs, Saffron Troublant and Oud. Dangerous Complicity by Tadley d'Orange. Do beautiful, very well crafted Laliques. Actually, like a lot of stuff here. Like I'll be just repeating myself, but I guess it's like a reminder for you and for me. Amber Malaki by Chopard. Good stuff if you like Arabic style of blending. Basically, if you like molecular type of perfumes and like contemporary niche, the 3 blue bottles by Histoire de Parfums, 1.4, 1.5 and 1.3. 3 Narciso cubes. a very expensive Roja Lily eau de parfum, a few affordable gems, something fun to swap, I think, and for Rose Noir, which is harder and harder to find by Serge Lutens, and a few decants by Serge Lutens as well. Wow, I think this is a good declutter. This is a good size declutter. We got 24 fragrances with 22 bottles and 2 generous size decants in the travel cases. Okay, all right. I think I did well. Considering that I today decluttered some of my most favorite niche houses. Come on. You gotta give me some credit. Can't come in the form of a like, you know, because this is not easy. We are like getting closer and closer to things that are very hard to part with, and I guess I don't have to, but I really want to make room for some of the very, very hot ticket items on my wish list and some of the new fragrances that I wanted to review for you guys. Please let me know if you're interested in any of these. I'll be waiting for your comments and for your emails. Let's make it happen. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.